Run, boy, run before your legs rot off. They all love, and I negged it.
There's something in that cellar. The key to finding out what happened to Greg.
Will you help her?
Provided it's not too late. Thanks, Johnny.
Likewise. And if you happen on any water hags, give them a nice fat walloping on me behalf. Farewell, Richard.
Did you learn anything?
Just as I thought. The crones probably cursed your mother, took a lock of her hair, then disappeared down the stairs. Cellar into the house. Cellar doors hidden.
In that case, we've no time to lose. Come.
I work alone.
This matter concerns us all.
We don't know what's in there. Your men will make a lot of noise, more than I'll make alone.
I am the Church of Eternal Fire's agent in these lands. It is my duty to go with you.
Fine. Just you then. The rest stay here with Anna. Let me go in first. Give you a shout if I find anything interesting.
So be it. Let's begin.
What are you looking at?
Brought it.
By the Eternal Fire. I've never seen so many before.
Looks unsavory. What is all this?
The trappings of a black magic ritual. Witches weave human hair through dolls they first curse. They gain a grasp on individual.
Think one of the dolls represents Anna?
It's the only way I know of. But there are risks involved. The items woven into the dolls, see them? They symbolize the individuals the dolls are meant to represent. We must find the doll that is Anna and take it from here.
Seem to know a lot about this.
From tomes on black magic. Initially we burned.
Poisoning your minds with magic?
Have you met the man? Neither have I.
This risk you mentioned. Take it we only get one shot at choosing the right doll.
I'll not chance it. I did not know Anna. You've learned much of her. Should...
All right. Let's take a look at these dolls. this is interesting.
A doll with a flower. What's so interesting in that?
Not just any flower. A violet hollyhock. Baron once told me it was Anna's favorite flower.
You believe this to be the doll?
I'm sure it is. Taking it.
Quick, outside!
Mum, you're back. All will be well. You're going to be fine.
Tammy, I'm dying.
She's not well. Raving. Doesn't rightly know what's happening. You're weak yet. You must rest.
No, listen to me. The crones. I was to be their beast to the end, forever. You broke their spell, but now I must go.
What's she talking about, Witcher?
The crones deceived us. Their curse is a death sentence. No way to lift it, at least not in a way that would let Anna live. We broke their spell temporarily, partly. Now it's gotta run its course.
What? What does that mean?
She's dying.
It's good to see you together.
I'm sorry, Annie. For everything. I'm sorry.
Mother.
Tammy, do you remember that day on the inner?
Of course. Those plums are so sweet. And your dress so blue. You wove me a wreath of flowers. We laughed the day away.
Please, remember me like that.
No!
I thank you. They had a chance to say goodbye. It was your doing.
Shame I couldn't do more.
Come, child. The eternal fire will soothe your pain.
Leave me be. Your pay will await you at Crow Perch. Collect it there.
This was all doing.
I know. Which makes it no easier to bear.
The pain will pass in time.
I'd like to believe that. I would.
You may have a moment with her.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Just give her a moment to gather her wits. Once she has calmed, we return to Novigrad.
Quite what? Yes, sir. Another day gone to shit.
Carter once the Baron's men wet your arse and dared to burn the palace.
Right, give me the coin. Tail girls will clean the shit out of the stage.
It's as though the heavens sent you.
What the hell happened?
Hanged himself. Plain enough to see.
Himself? Or did you boys help him?
Fuck do you take me for? A murderer? He was what he was. A right bastard. But I respected him.
If I'm to choose between a greater and lesser evil, I'd rather not choose at all. Usually, though, the stakes are just too damn high. Sometimes in choosing a greater evil, you do good, albeit in a small way. When I chose to save the orphans of the swamp, I couldn't know Anna would die, and I never thought the Baron would leave his wife where she lay, find a rope and hang himself. Most times, you make your choice and never look back.
Lost everything he cared for. No surprise he lost the will to live.
Don't look too concerned, you and your boys.
What would you have us do? Sit and wail? Baron was a good soldier, but settling in here at Crow's Perch, it made him soft. We'll introduce a new order. Things will be different now.
I imagine they will.
How can I help you?
Take care now.
Got that arse's whipped like an Elvin lad whore.
Come on, Roach. Whoa! Slower. Let's go! Take it easy. Move it! Come on. Hey-ya! Rotfiend nest needs to be destroyed. Come on, close. Come on now.
Crow back on the rock.
Hey there.
Long live it. I feel like you get off that swill in the canteen.
Faster.
Redania.
Come on. Wanted. Cradle, used but unworn. Need a bow to accompany me to a friend's wedding. Willing to trade a leaky pot for a cart? Who writes these notices? Need a witcher?
Any bloke willing to kill a monster, what you would do.
Monster? What kind?
Big, bad, ugly, squats in the sewers.
If you're interested, drop by the Garren estate. Ask for Olgierd von Everek. He's the one ordered this posted.
Run, boy, run before your legs rot off. They all laughed, and I negged it. I must...
Open your head.
As The Witcher 3's release date rapidly approaches, the gaming community prepares to receive Geralt's last adventure in what is shaping up to be an epic game. Are you ready to take on the Wild Hunt? Hello everyone, Rurikon here coming at you with another TG10, and this time around we'll be talking about The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and 10 things you should know about it. The previous Witcher titles were relatively well received by reviewers and consumers alike. The game's world, which is based on the Witcher books by Andrzej Sapkowski, lends itself to a very interesting style of storytelling where your character is neither a knight in shining armor nor an agent of the forces of evil. Geralt is a morally gray character, and that gives you the opportunity to truly roleplay a character as you see fit without being constrained by the boundaries of what's right or wrong. But before you jump into the Northern Kingdoms, here's a couple of things you should know about The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. DRM free on the PC. That's right, if you plan on buying The Witcher 3 for PC, you have the option of purchasing a DRM-free version through retail or GOG.com, which means no annoying online connections required once you install the game. You can just play without having to worry if the zombie apocalypse is about to hit us. So long as you have electricity, you're good to go. No bullshit pre-order DLC. Everyone gets the exact same experience from day one. And goddamn, it's been a while since we had that, huh? With every other publisher whoring themselves out to retailers, giving consumers an extra mission if you pre-order at GameStop, or exclusive weapons for the Best Buy edition, maybe even a special skin for the Steam version. Well, I say to hell with all that nonsense. With Witcher 3, everyone gets the same game regardless of where you buy it. And that's a really good thing nowadays. A physical version that's actually worth a damn. I mean, these days when you buy a game, you're lucky if they added a friggin' pamphlet with any useful information about the game itself. Most of the times they just stuff the box with advertisement for their other titles and upcoming DLC for the game you just bought. The Witcher 3's standard version includes the game disc, a soundtrack disc, the game's manual, a compendium on the Witcher universe, a map of the game world, a set of Witcher 3 stickers, and a protective sleeve. This is the standard version. If you opt for the collector's edition, however, you get everything I mentioned in the standard edition, as well as the 10-inch statue of Geralt battling a griffin, a Witcher medallion, a steelbook case, and an art book. Now notice how all this extra content is basically fan service and not bullshit DLC. I would say Witcher 3 is raising the bar on physical copies of their games, but the reality of the matter is that they are simply maintaining the bar. Most physical copies used to be like this, before developers got lazy and greedy, that is. Free DLC for everyone. In the weeks following the release of the game, players can expect to receive 16 pieces of free DLC. You don't need to pre-order the game, you just need to own it. So far, they've only detailed 4 out of the 16 DLCs, which include the Temerian armor set, an additional beard and hairstyle, a new skin for Yennefer, and an additional side quest. Free DLC is always nice, and it's been a staple with the Witcher series. What surprised me, however, is that they've also announced a season pass for Witcher 3. Now that I did not see coming. However, this season pass is boasting a combined total of an additional 30 hours of gameplay, and if that's true, it feels more like one of those old school expansion packs, and I'm actually okay with that. What is a Witcher? With a lot of newcomers joining the series for its 3rd installment, I'm sure that some of you probably don't even know what a Witcher is. I mean, the first time I heard that name, I thought the main character was some kind of a witch hunter. A Witcher is actually someone who's been trained physically and mentally since childhood to hunt and kill monsters. Beyond their rigorous training, Witchers also take part in mysterious rituals and consume mutagenic compounds which enhance their strength, speed, reflexes, and endurance. So basically they are mutants with greatly enhanced physical capabilities trained specifically for the purpose of hunting down and killing monsters for coin. Why two swords? Is another question that newcomers might ask, since despite Geralt having two swords, he's always shown fighting with only one of them. The reasoning behind this is because in the Witcher universe, monsters and beasts are more vulnerable to silver, so Witchers tend to carry a silver blade specifically for fighting them. The other sword is made of steel and is used to fight humans or other mundane beings. Wild Hunt. Seeing this subtitle and then looking at the monster hunting features of Witcher 3, I wouldn't blame you if you assumed the Wild Hunt was actually referring to the hunting portions of the game. However, this is not the case. Far from it. The Wild Hunt is actually a group of specters that are considered an omen of misfortune and death, and it is based off an ancient folk myth prevalent across northern, western, and central Europe. Geralt and other significant characters in the game have already come into close contact with the Wild Hunt before. Character build. So what's the Witcher's skill set and how can you expect to play him to better suit your style? Based on what we've seen in previous games and what's been shown in the latest Witcher 3 footage, you can expect to have three main paths for developing your character: sword fighting, alchemy, and magic. Swordsmanship will obviously focus on improving how good your character is with a blade, whereas magic will increase your proficiency with signs like Igni, which is the flame attack you see Geralt perform in the videos. And finally, alchemy is generally used to boost your stats and resistances, or even craft bombs to use in combat. Something to keep in mind though, the Witcher fighting style will always include sword fighting to some extent, but you can't choose to rely more on magic signs or potions over physical prowess. Choice and consequence. Witcher 2 had some of the best choice and consequence mechanics I can remember, to the point where I was discussing the first 5 hours of gameplay with a friend and we had seriously different experiences, and later on a choice would actually dictate a whole different act depending on your decision. Witcher 3 has 36 possible states the world can end up in depending on your actions, and I for one can't wait to dive in and see what kind of moral dilemmas CD Projekt Red has in store for us. Living world. One of the biggest departures from its predecessors is the fact that Witcher 3 features a fully fledged open world. While Witcher 2 was far from a linear game, its world was somewhat constricted and considerably smaller in scale when compared to Witcher 3. But there's a lot more to this world in size. It has a day-night cycle, dynamic weather, NPCs have their routines and will react realistically to events unfolding around them, and the world continues to evolve even if the player chooses not to take part in any of its events. There's also a living economy where the prices of goods are dictated by the surrounding conditions of each location. Fish will be cheaper in villages near the sea, whereas ores and iron will be cheaper in towns in the vicinity of mines. All in all, Witcher 3 is looking really good, and just like Captain Shack, I'm pretty pumped up to dive into this world. What about you guys? Are you ready to dive into the Northern Kingdoms? Hit up that comment section and let us know how you feel about Witcher 3. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi guys, here's some beginner tips I want to share with you. If you're starting the game, I hope these help. Okay, number one, this is a very much a beginner tip, absolute beginner, where you just start the game. Just stick to the roads until you get used to
Welcome to the Seven Cats, the luckiest. I even say the Hank.
What's on the menu today? What's on the menu today? So long.
Scoundrel. Good sir. Scoundrel.
Helping me with a very important matter.
What do you want?
Name's Muggs. Rostin Muggs.
What's this grave matter?
I came here on business. Sadly, just there across the river, toward the... Smashed a bottle of the finest dwarven spirit on the bugger's skull.
Tell me what you want already, and be...
Thief ran off with my documents. Very important
It'll cost you.
That I know. Since the dawn of time, no witcher's lifted a finger without pay. I've a smatter in the coin in the soles of my boots. Return the documents.
Fine.
Might be my last chance. I'm out of ideas if this don't work.
Hey there.
Stand and fight!
You again? Want some more? Bruises on your ass heel already?
On God, I say! Victory will be mine this time. I've cracked...
Don't have time to give you another lesson.
'Tis I shall give thee the lesson.
Come on, come closer.
No, I yield.
Had enough?
Yes, but next time
Go back to mate Bilberry and apologize for being an ass.
we shall meet again.
Come on, Roach.
Seems every time you turn around, there's more scum.
Down to the execution. There's a burn of waste tank human in full.
Jail is harsh, best not cause any trouble.
The wench's witches coming!
Got the courage to repeat that slander to my face?
Readily. You are a mutant. A freak.
How many people's lives have you saved?
That has no bearing.
Asked you a question. How many? There's something to think about, folks.
Preacher's fierce in the mouth. Put holler at him and his tail slicks between his legs. Come on, people.
You call this living, Witcher?
Our Novigrad! Shining and brilliant!
Oh, fuck, don't write him.
No evil can survive the holy fire. The holy fire enlightens, burns, and cleanses. Behold the flame of grace and mercy. Special fire for you, freak. Nice, slow burning. You'll beg for mercy in all the voices known to you. The others of your speech. No, I wanted only to live like you. Help me, kind folk, please!
A Joker!
Sure hope Doo-Doo hasn't met the same fate.
Why the stench is entirely different. Human at all. And human.
Oh!
I'm told you not to stick his arse where he don't belong.
Beg your pardon?
I'm watching you. There must be order. Hey, sod off. We're looting here.
Want you gone by the time I count to 3. 1,
Hear that?
2,
Ooh, look he. Thinks he can scare us off.
3.
Yeah, oh, come on!
Go on now. We'll split it. Plenty for everyone.
I'm not a thief. Looking for the sorceress who lived here.
Most likely hiding in some rat trap with the rest of them.
Who Who's she hiding from?
Temple Guard's cracking down.
Yeah, they round them up.
Someone's gotta know more.
I'd look for her in the
Putrid Grove.
Either scum and freakery if it ever will.
That why you think I should look for...
I meant no offence.
Putrid Grove.
I wouldn't know. Rumour it.
You'd fit in well.
Maybe. Thing is...
They say you've got to get there through the sewers, but you've got to enter them outside of town.
Ask a beggar. Or spot yourself a thief. Follow him. Beggars and thieves got to pay tribute to the King of Beggars.
Mean to say the local beggars have it?
Wouldn't scoff, mate. King of Beggars, it's a moniker. Yeah, for a man who everyone in Novigrad...
And watch yourself. Menger himself don't even go to the Grove.
Someone called for me. Wonder why.
It's Menger.
Temple Guard.
Thieving vermin to the confession chamber.
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorcerer's bitchy shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property?
Well, sorcerers, mages of all types are outlaws.
But by law, the Temple Guard takes possession. You know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
What's your point?
I ask the questions, Witcher. And as bats sense moths, so I sense freaks. And start by warning them. Not...
Heard Novigrad was no place for mages. Now you're telling me it's no place for witchers. So who...
Righteous folk professing the one true faith in the eternal... Nothing I can do to you now. But just know that I know you're here. One misstep, one error, I'll be the first to learn of it. And when I do, it'll be standard procedure. Like for every magic oddity who dares be seeing you. Oh, deepest apologies, Governor. Fetch some metal, you wretch. I've been robbed! Thief!
Ugh, there's no fucking integrity in this world.
Discretionary exile. Fine mess you made. Think I'm back there and lock away.
Spare a copper or two. Spare a copper or two.
Wonderful.
Eight of the kingfish.
Take pity on me, misery, good folk, and aid a man crippled by misfortune.
Word is, nothing's free in Novigrad.
Oh, no one come bursting with I need to see this, and I need to find that one who robbed me brother. Fuck if I...
There's this place in Novigrad they call the Putrid Grove.
Aye, it's about right. Well, Novigrad's full...
Heard men like you frequent this alley.
And I've heard they fed you all shit and you smiled and ate it. Now, don't mean no offence. Arms for the poor.
In springtime, the roads wet with It's a state of madness. It's two. You've seen the new waitresses.
Is worth seeing.
And how?
Oh!
Buxom lasses from the lands already taken away.
Had some luck.
Someone to show them around Novigrad.
You read my mind.
You know, Mr. Wenger.
Eternal fire.
At first, I thought it a jest, but then yesterday this Ivy left me too.
Let us pray to the eternal God.
Aid a veteran of the struggle against the
Where do you fight?
angering early on. Incident.
Here. Now you help me. Gotta find the back alley locals call the Putrid Grove. It's important.
Don't know naught about no grove, putrid or other. Don't general...
This is urgent.
Leave me be, I don't know. Arms for the poor.
Any needs, Master?
Eternal fire.
From now on, assume your every move's observed.
Spare a copper or two.
Arms for the poor.
You lame?
No chance. Both legs in perfect order. And me arms, look, like a windmill's there. See me waving them? Looky here. Just, in my mind, thorough...
I gotta find the...
I know it but won't say. I know it but won't say.
Why not?
Not allowed to say. I would tell you though, if you didn't push, weren't so insistent. If you like, come again. Might tell you then.
Guess your mind truly...
Didn't I say so?
Oi, Grey Knight.
Oh, it's you again.
So, like I said,
Second time round, your wish is my command. It's that away. There.
that away. Meaning...
In Lace Halls. There's this alley, past the gate. Not at all putrid and not a grove. Fools.
And anyone can go there?
Of course. Unless he forgets.
Thanks for your help.
Spare a copper or two.
It's a rank.
How could you? Right.
Another drift of infant to men.
kobolds.
Officer, taking a rest from witch hunting. Greetings, Your Honor.
Open up.
Who are you and what you want?
Take a look. What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of salt.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for audit.
That's right. Know the password, get him free. Don't know it.
Old sows farrowed piglets.
Ah. Welcome to the Grove, brother.
Istrid. Named Val Istrid.
It's hatred for all those war sons that keeps me alive.